All right, guys. Hey, my name is Terrence, and thanks for checking out this video on how to get your travel journey started. Now, for most people, when I talk to them about their travel journey, and I'm talking to people who have not traveled before. So this is like for the newcomer. Most people say, hey, you know what? How do you afford to travel? How do you make that happen? Isn't traveling too expensive? Let me tell you, you can actually get traveling to be cheaper than you think. In fact, most people who go on their annual Vegas trip, or if you have annual passes to a local theme park, you will be surprised how you can actually afford to go on some of your dream trips for not too much more. Oftentimes, you can find deals where you can get it even to be even equal or even less. But I want to talk about the number one barrier that stops people from actually starting their traveling journey. So stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and move this conversation to the laptop and we'll go from there. Hold on. All right. Good evening, everybody. Let me go ahead and get this video started. Start in 3, 2. All right, everybody. My name is Terrence. Thanks for checking out our video on how to get started traveling. This is going to be our first video in out of many. But today we're going to talk to you about the barriers that stops people from taking their dream trips. So when it comes to travel, what is the number one thing stopping you from taking your first trip, from knocking off your bucket list, as they say? And today, I actually went ahead and went to ChatGPT, so it should already be on the screen. What stops most people from traveling? Now, there are several common factors: cost, time, fear and safety concerns, lack of knowledge, confidence, etc. But at the very top of this list is cost. And at the very first part of that cost is flights, right? Because you can find deals on hotels, Airbnbs, timeshares. Sometimes they have timeshare demos where they'll actually host you for free for a weekend just to pitch you the timeshare. But the thing that you cannot avoid most of the time is the cost of flying to your destination. That will eat up a ton of your budget. So in this video, I'm going to show you kind of my secret sauce and hack on how the family and I kind of make our way around the world. So check it out here. We're going to go ahead and go to a website called Google Flights. You may have seen it before. You might be familiar with it, but I'm going to kind of show you how to treat this site a little differently than what you may have before. So when you go to Google Flights, you want to make sure you're on this version of the site, this particular page. And we're going to start by putting in the most populous and busiest airport near you. Now, for us here in California and SoCal, that'd be LAX in proximity to our home. And you can go ahead and put in the amount of passengers traveling with you. For now, just for the sake of this example, I'm going to leave it at 1. But next, you want to go ahead and make sure that your destination is left blank and your departure and return dates are blank. This allows the algorithm to show you the best round trip prices in the entire world for a 1-week vacation taken within the next 6 months. Now, if you have a bucket list, that's great. But you may want to prioritize your bucket list based on how much it will cost you to visit each one of those destinations in your bucket list, okay? So this right here is the continental United States, some of the hotspots. Now you can zoom in on the map to see more destinations and airports. Now check this out. Again, these parameters are for a 1-week trip within 6 months. This is a round trip. So this is New Orleans, 112. Miami for $237, Washington, D.C. for $100, right? So these are some pretty good locations. Miami for 237. And so that being stated, if you want to see the dates, all you do is you click on the city, and then it will then tell you the cheapest time period for that flight within 6 months. If you look here, you have Spirit Airlines 112 round trip with no layover, nonstop, right? So this is the cheapest for that time period. Now, if you click away from that city, it'll bring you back to the standardized version of the map. And you can go here if you want to customize the trip. You can choose which month. You can choose a weekend. You can choose 2 weeks for the vacation. But most people, if you want to get a good sense of the area, go for a week, right? Now, you can also back out. Check this out. One person, round trip to Hawaii, Honolulu, 328. Again, you click on the city. Check this out. Now the airlines are different because different airlines prioritize their routes from your home airport. So Spirit does not fly direct from LAX to Honolulu. So your best rate is on American and United, nonstop, August 25th through September 3rd. Now, I will caution you, some places like, let's say, the Gulf Coast, you may want to be familiar with what the weather patterns are like during this time of year, because we did go on a trip to Disney World a year ago during the month of August, and we happened to be in town during the tail end of Hurricane Deborah. Yes, it did rain. Yes, it was a little humid, but we had a great time. In Central Florida, the hurricane didn't really affect the quality of our trip. That being stated, you can use the same software. That's right, Joshie. You can use the same software to book your trips nationwide and international. So check this out. If you have it on your bucket list to go to Europe, round trip 481 to Paris, round trip 356 to Rome, and 372 to London. You may consider what's in your budget on your bucket list based on your destinations and what's happening in that part of the world. I have other friends who are really big on places like, let's say, Japan. Most of the people in my circle happen to be big Disney people. 529 to go to Tokyo. So when you consider these options, make sure that you have your bucket list in mind, and make sure that you're prepared to, explore the world, at your own pace. Sometimes you can just start in your own backyard, and get a little more seasoned. But the goal is travel to become culture, travel and enjoy art, travel and enjoy people, travel and enjoy the world. That being stated, this is my tip on how to get discounted flights and to start your vacation journey. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to go ahead and text me, email me, leave a comment in our chat. We have a Facebook page, the travel membership. We also have a Facebook group that we just launched. We're kind of building it out, the travel membership Facebook group. Or you can email me at terrence.business@icloud.com. Other than that, I hope to see you on the beaches of the world. And in our next video, we're going to touch on our favorite travel booking engine that we use and promote as affiliates as well. Best prices bar none, with the best price guarantee. I'll talk to you soon. Take care and God bless.